am going to start off and welcome you. Thank you so much for joining us for Maximize Auctria. We're going to talk about more ways to fundraise. And you are amongst the best of the best here. You guys are the heroes out there. You have raised over 1 billion with a B, billion dollars for your charities since Auctria was founded in 2011. And of course, through that process, the purpose is twofold. One, to raise money, and one, to raise awareness for your cause. And that is absolutely at the heart of the Auctria mission. We want to empower nonprofit organizations by providing you with affordable, easy to use, and powerful tools for event fundraising. We really do envision a world where every nonprofit, regardless of size, has access to powerful technology. So like I said, go ahead, ask any questions in chat pod. A play link will be available. And we're hoping you can add your new event today or your new event for the next activity that you're going to be working on. So these are the areas that we want to highlight. Like I said, your Auctria license is good for 12 months, unlimited number of events. We're going to talk about a ticketed event. We're going to talk about your marquee event. We're going to talk about additional events, online events, giving days. So let's first start and slow it down for a minute and talk about making the absolute most out of your marquee event. This is your big event for the year. This is the one where people are excited about. They're talking about it year round. How do you make the most out of that audience that comes, buys a ticket, bids on an online item? How do we make the most out of that event? And I want to talk about it because your big event is big money, and you can do that by maximizing your sponsorships. I'll ask some questions as we go along. Curious if you guys are doing any sponsorships and what your levels are. You want to develop a sponsorship package that has reach goals in it, as well as ones that you can automatically hit. Offer higher levels than you think will sell. Have that upper margin, have that reach goal, because you may be surprised. However, this is also a behavioral sales technique. So the lower ones are even more appealing because you're having that anchor for the higher levels. You want to have these for sale on your event website. You want that cash register to be open 24 hours a day. You want to have a logo. People can add their logo. They can add their URL for click-through. So that's value add for your sponsors. You want to have premium sponsors on the footer or every page of your event website. And then premium sponsors can also be in your transactional emails. You can customize and modify those. So these are all ways that you can provide value add for your sponsors. And then the talking about sponsorships and putting them up on your website. This is just an example of what they're looking like. So you can put them up for sale. Anybody can grab it anytime, add it to their cart, add their logo, add their URL. And the work doesn't have to land on you, and they can access this at any time of day. They don't have to come to your office, drop off a check. They can do it automatically. If they want to drop off a check for a huge sponsorship, suppose you know what, you don't want those credit card fees to hit, or you don't want them to have to pay, let them bring in a check and you can process this from your dashboard. We totally get it. And then being able to recognize your sponsors just like this on your page is incredibly valuable. That's the currency that you are providing, access for those sponsors to be able to reach your audience and also to have that sponsorship rub that they're associated with you. We just did a huge webinar with Alex Duran, and we talked about sponsorship rub. So if you want to watch that back, there's an incredible amount of information that was in there. So moving on, your big event is big money, and we want an income producing timeline. So repeat that after me. We want an income producing timeline. So you want to think about the guest experience from the moment you open up your page, whether it be save the date, all the way through to the end of the event, post-event, what that looks like, and what kind of engagement your viewers will see. So think about the entire guest experience and which would fit the vibe of your event. VIP anything sells. VIP early access, VIP experiences, VIP parking, special tables with special wines or special drinks. I joke all the time, if you sold a VIP table that is in the back of the room, that's the one that my husband would sign up for because he wants that early out. VIP, you put VIP in front of anything and it sells, and you can upcharge for that. And it probably won't cost you anything other than putting it somewhere else in the room. Games of chances, ring tosses, balloon pops, paper airplanes, raffles, food and drink tickets, wine walls, wine pools, jumble raffles, dessert dashes. Participant number becomes their bidder number. And what happens is they have their paddle, their participant number, and now they can go cashless. This is the same theory that works when you're on a cruise and you've got the little bracelet or one of these all-inclusives where not everything is all-inclusive. People are just using their card, their token, their number, and they tend to spend more money because it's not cash coming out of their wallet. So that is by design in resorts, and it's by design here as well. So I brought along a couple examples for you guys to take a look at. Here's a whiskey wall. They did a whiskey wall instead of a wine wall here. On the right, you'll see the Honey Deuce. This was the drink that they had started at the US Open. They did over $10 million in sales just with this drink, put some melon balls across the top of it, but they gave it a chic name. Everybody had to have a melon ball drink, right? You can do this at your event. Call it something that's related to your mission, call it something that's related to your event, make it a specialty item, and off you go. People like to do things that are fun. They're having fun. They're going to open their wallets. They're going to open their hearts for you. Here's another example of a wine wall, and I wish they had taken this photo at night because it was dark out at night, and on top of those wine boxes were little blinky rings, and they were all blinking once it got dark out. But this was another way to attract people to do a wine wall, grab a wine wall. They were able to purchase those in advance on the website, but they were also able to purchase those in the room. And that's a really good example of getting people to buy things in advance. Then when they walk in, they're like, oh, yeah, there's my wine. And they've paid that probably maybe weeks or even months ago when they bought their original ticket. So this is maximizing your marquee event. I love a dessert dash. Dessert dashes are an incredible way to raise money for your event. It happens in a very short period of time. It raises a whole lot of money. Thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars can be raised. We've seen these go for $20,000, $30,000. It depends on who's in the room and what the table is offering. So this is what it would look like on the dessert dash. Utilizing the Auctria platform, you can print a piece of paper, put it on table 10, put it on all the tables. People can jot down how much they want to contribute in donations to that dessert dash. Or you could do it as a QR code, put that in the middle of the table. Either way, if you're collecting the dessert dash papers, you'll have to add them up manually. If you're doing it as a QR code, you can see that in the system. The table that has the highest amount of donations gets to choose their dessert first. And it's seconds. They're like, okay, table number 12, congratulations, you're the number one table. And they run over and they grab their favorite dessert. And then it goes down to the next table, to the next table, then to the next table. And we've seen some organizations that actually take the number of tables minus one dessert, and that last table doesn't even get dessert. So it's another motivating factor to get people to donate for your mission. Okay, so that's a dessert dash. Let's go ahead and move on to the, here's another example of some dessert dashes. You can see on the left, they got their table and their dessert, they got to run for it. There they are on the right, and they were on display in advance. This is amazing what new funds are raised with different participants. Some people love a dessert dash. For instance, I would give you all my dollars for a chocolate cake. My husband, on the other hand, would peel off money for your raffles. We'll talk about that later. So, giving people different opportunities to participate is the key to this discussion. So, speaking of raffles, raffles and for sale, you can sell them online or you can sell them in the room. Selling them in advance, like I said, people go ahead and purchase them in advance when they're buying their tickets, weeks or months in advance. They walk in with a zero sum balance and continue the generosity. So you can do smaller type raffle tickets where it's $5 or $15 or $20. Or you could do a jumbo raffle, a golden ticket. In this situation, this was some golden tickets. They were $100 each. They sold 100 tickets. You can do the math really quickly, and you can see how quickly that you can make a whole lot of money for your event. You can even have your golden ticket underwritten, put that up as a sponsorship, and then 100% of those proceeds go to you. The good part about doing an Amazon gift card for the golden ticket is that if it sells out really early, you can just spin up another one and you can go ahead and continue to make those dollars count for donations and for raffles. So in that example, there was a jumbo raffle. It was a $2,000 Airbnb. They were selling the tickets for $50. It was 100 tickets sold, net $3,000. Have that underwritten, the entire thing goes to you. Same thing with an Amazon gift card. And this is just a sliding scale on the math. You can see how that is working. Okay, moving on. This is other examples of the wine wall and how people are interacting with that. Whether it be a wine toss with a little ring of some sort, whether it be an airplane toss, and you can see this was shaping the future. So people would fold up their airplane and they were able to push it through kind of a vertical cornhole type of thing. But it all tied into the missions here. So tying your gamification to your mission is what's going to make people really feel connected, so that at the end of the day, at the end of the night, when you follow up with them after the event ends, it is meaningful. And then if they don't buy them in advance, you can roam the room with the Auctria admin app. Thumbs up, thumbs down in the chat. Have you used the Auctria admin app? It has changed a lot, probably in the last couple months or so. Tracy, do you have a video?
I sure do. Love the admin app. And so we do have a video just to give an idea of how it's going to look and how it can be used for your event.
The Auctria admin app is available for iOS and Android devices and can be used on smartphones. You can download the Auctria admin app from the App Store or Play Store. Alternatively, you can visit the admin app page in the Auctria user guide and scan the QR code to download the app to your device. Once installed, the app is in your device's library. Tap the Auctria admin app icon to open it. To sign in, enter your email address and then the password for your Auctria account. This is the email address you or your organization used to sign up for Auctria. You can leave the nickname field blank. Once you have signed in, you will see the home page for your event.
So, Lori, as we were saying, the admin app comes with all our licenses.
Awesome. Thanks, Tracy. And you can see from these screens, so that was how you're doing the setup, but you can see the little pink there and the others. That's where you can sell your drink tickets, your wine walls, your raffles, and that person can float around the room. You don't need to be tethered to a desk. You don't need to be tethered to a laptop. A lot of times you'll have people walking around with the balloons so you can find the raffle person. They can work the room as the people are lining up to check in. They can work the room as people are lined up at the bar. So this is all about maximizing Auctria. This is all about maximizing the activities in the room for you. I'm going to, so one of our organizations recently had done a casino night and a horse racing. What they do is they downloaded all of the raffle winners and they had them run across, they used a little app. It wasn't through Auctria, and the horses ran across the screen instead of running a raffle basket. And that was a lot of fun. And then I have some ideas for you to help fill the item catalog. This is literally, this one slide is pretty much a much longer webinar, but it's filling the catalog and the raffles with things that your audience is interested in. We have over 500 pins on our Pinterest page that go directly to donation request pages. There's all sorts of webinars that we've done on no risk items, whether it be jewelry, whether it be trips, whether it be crystal purses, whether it be travel and vacation. So that is available as our resources. And then I'm going to go ahead and talk about our ticketed events. Ticketed events are a great way to use the Auctria platform. You have your big marquee event, but you have just a ticketed event throughout the year, whether it be a lemonade stand or whether it be a golf tournament or a pickleball tournament. You can use your Auctria platform for your community events, your walk runs, your standalones, whether it be a talent show, a spelling bee, school math and science reading nights, crafts, carnivals. My list could go on and on and on. The good part about Auctria, and I have so many of them in my pocket here to pull out for you, is that we have created quite a handful of already created website pages for you. And two in particular that get utilized a lot are the golf template as well as the pickleball template. And Auctria's smart templates are ready to go out of the box. And what I mean by smart, like not just kind of smart, like meant to smart. If you have tickets, they will show up on the page. If you don't have tickets, they will not show up on the page. Same thing for raffles, same things for sponsorships. So these are ready to go out of the box for you to make money and to interact and provide engagement. I just have a couple more slides and then I'll flip it over to Tracy. I want to talk about some additional events that you can do and that organizers have done with Auctria over and over and over again. How about pies and cakes? We have organizations that use Auctria just for a pie and cake auctions. Game-worn jerseys, sports teams, collegiate teams, high school teams will auction off or raffle off game-worn milestone anything. Keepsakes and price lists are great for schools. They are great for unique events. Experiences, bigger sales-only events, school awards, curriculum nights, Boys and Girls Club toy drives and field days, arts and music groups, concerts, art shows. It just goes on and on. What I suggest is add fundraising to an already well-attended event. For instance, if there's already award ceremonies, if there's already tour drives, if there's already a tile night, I'll use my school for example, they're all coming in. This is like the energy where people are coming. We just had a huge storybook parade for Halloween at the schools. Set up a donation-only page. Put a QR code there. When these people are showing up, that's when they're happy. When they're happy, they're going to donate. So maximize that potential, and you can do that with the Auctria platform. So I brought along a couple more examples. Clue at the zoo. This zoo does a huge marquee big gala, but then they have smaller events where they do Clue at the zoo. Some other golf tournaments, lots of golf tournaments happen in the spring, summer, and into the fall. And we have a unique events page that shows you other ways that people are using Auctria. Like I said, game-worn jerseys. It's not just for the professional teams, even though the Ottawa Senators do that for jerseys and milestone pucks. But on the bottom right-hand corner, this was a school. They were ripping out their what do you call it? The bleachers, and they decided to take the bleachers and upcycle them. So it goes on and on. Here's another high school, and at the beginning of the year, they sell off the banners that circulate around the perimeter of the school. They sell those on the Auctria platform, and it's a great way for them to make money, coordinate with their businesses in their areas, and then they have long-term sponsorships for the entire year. I am going to toss this over to Tracy now.
I love those so much. There's so many fun things that are going on. And so another area, to consider expand on is online fundraisers. And if you've maybe had a larger online and that's your prime one, that's wonderful. However, if you're wondering of something maybe mid-year, or you have some items that want a larger community, online fundraisers open new doors. They invite supporters to join your cause from wherever you are. And it is about bringing the people together, to share your passion, share your vision, share your mission. With online, it offers that 24/7. Auctria comes with your event website, so you can share the why you're doing this, when you're doing it, for how long, and that can be shared amongst your community, amongst your board, your ambassadors, to let others know. You can also have your online auction, but there's pages if you wanted to receive item donations that you want to include, you can send that out in advance, where then from their phone, from their laptop, from their place, they can say, I have this item, send it into you. We have those pages all available as well. And then we also have the peer-to-peer fundraising. We call it peer-to-peer light, where it is having others in your community, your ambassadors, your cheerleaders, to help you expand the reach for your cause. And just a little example here. You're going to see we had some peer-to-peer for business, or ambassador versus ambassador. They just took that online idea, and that may be something that you were doing in the room, and then they just amped it up and made it to the broader community. So this chili cook-off, which is very fun. They had great chefs that come in, had this idea of coming in, try the different chilies, buy tickets, do your donation. Who are you going to bid for? Then this other one, very creative, for the raffle tickets. And they had ambassadors, and we've seen this with schools, they did years, different even decades, where you had ambassador one who was trying to get their decade, their colleagues to buy the raffle tickets. And then they were competing against someone else, another person from a different decade, who was trying to mobilize their people to buy the raffle tickets. Again, making it fun, expanding the reach, making it simple. All of this can be done online. So it's available 24/7. And here's some more of just some great pages of ambassador influence, where you have someone who is like, come, this is an area that I care about. Here's the link. Would you make a donation? And then you can share in the catalog, give this great view of those in the community who are for your cause as well. And then they can invite others. They often say sponsors beget sponsors, ambassadors beget ambassadors. So where they feel like your ambassadors also joining a team of others who are like-minded and wanting to get your mission out farther. This one is such a fun one, because you don't want to forget your influencers. And this is a way of using the socials to their strengths. This example is Lift for Autism, and they've done an incredible job. They've been doing this for 10 years now. Kennedy and Ginger, they created this charitable initiative that rally the romance reading community. They have authors who will donate their book, and they offer other items too, perhaps a mention in the book or a one-on-one conversation. The authors are able to personalize what they would like to offer. They use their socials to say, I'm going to be involved with Lift for Autism here, bid for me, and then they get exposure to other authors as well. And Lift for Autism is the big winner here. They've done such a good job. It's fun, it's exciting, it's so interesting. And again, they're using the community at its strength to be able to share. Now, we are in November, and we probably have been hearing about Giving Days. Giving Tuesday's coming up, but it doesn't just have to be one day. You can use your license to do other appeals, to give a days, to fund a needs. Um, Again, it's open 24/7, and you can create your own site that matches what perhaps you're trying to raise for. They have done the wonderful job here. City Choir have done their giving day, and they did each donation level into a way that really personalized it, allowed their constituents, their community to understand where the money is going. $28 every time a certain word is in the program, $55 that had for scores. They went all the way through. So it was meaningful that if I give $120, I can see where this money is going to have impact. So if you're setting up a donation event, you can make those events customized and really meaningful, and then adding some visuals so that people can remember. Not only do they remember when they give the donation, they remember that ongoing about your organization, practical costs that also need to be covered. And here is a donation only campaign. Right now, we have Giving Tuesday. We say in three easy clicks, 3 steps. It is auto-generated. You can generate your own Giving Tuesday campaign. We have done a webinar, but if that's something you would like to do, there's still time, and it's included with all of our licenses as well. And we'd like to share about your donation pages are mobile friendly. You want to make it as easy as it can be for anyone to come to get the link and to make a donation. Your group might be on desktops. They might be looking at their email. They might be on their phone. It's open. That's the beautiful thing about online giving, 24/7. They can click through and they can make their donation that way. Again, still meaningful. The website is lovely. They still get to have an understanding of your mission and where this money is going. So we like to say, again, your license is good for 12 months. And so you can use it to expand your reach, to build your mission, to build the influence, to invite others to come in ways that best suit your organization and also your community. You may have somebody in your team who loves to perhaps do a raffle or has an area of interest. You can still use this platform to be able to support that as well. So how does this all happen? From your organization dashboard, you would go under Event, Add New Event, and then you can start setting it up from there. It's as simple as that. And if you wanted to go in, it's all under the same organization. It allows you to have that one place to come in and to see the story of what's been happening over the last couple of years. So what's next? Stay in touch with Auctria. We post daily to Facebook and Twitter. Now, if you want to tag us with your auction, we love that, and we will reshare. We love pictures and videos. Oh, all of that is so much fun. And we just, as Lori said, you're the heroes out there. We just love to cheer you on and see the amazing things that are going on in these communities.
Awesome. So I would love to know what nuggets you are taking back to your organization. Which of these are making your eyeballs go like this? And you're like, oh my gosh, we want to do that. We hope we've motivated you. We hope we've given you a lot of inspiration. I know there was a lot of stuff flying through here, but I wanted to jam pack it, but I also wanted to make it compact enough so that you had time to ask questions and see everything. Go ahead and drop any questions in here. If you want to bring up your audio and video, we're happy to do that too, and continue the conversation here. That's the last of our formal presentation here. Yeah, Tracy, I lost your audio. It sounds like you're up in Canada or something.
Oh, I am. Am I doing better?
You're good.
Okay. Alicia had a great question, and it's a great question. We appreciate you dropping that in there. It said, do you then just input the banking information to be able to accept online donations? So we talked about online donations kind of, I think, in the financial sense with all those donation pages, and you would be integrated with Stripe or Authorize.net. And so on the side of your organization, that just gets processed through. And we love to call out that gets copied over event. So you only have to set that up once, and then it is set up for all your events. For those who are making the donation, yeah, they can just enter in their credit card, or if they're on an iPhone or Android, then they can do Apple or Google Pay on that area. So let us know if we have answered that question for you.
And a lot of organizations will do that. After the event ends, they'll put up a final page that says, we've raised this much. We were close to accessing our, meeting our goal, not meeting our goal, a success page, or they'll put up just a donation page that'll just live up there for ongoing donations. I pulled up this page again with our Giving Tuesday one, but this is what I would do if I were doing just a donation page. I would make it one single page, couple clicks, they're done, they donate, and then just like Tracy had said, that'll flow through to your Stripe account and over to your bank account. Auctria never holds on to your money. Let me make that very, very clear, because that's not the case in a lot of places. Auctria will never hold on to your money. We don't claim to be a bank account for you, paying you interest. I'll get off my high horse there. I'll end up down a rabbit hole that I don't want to. But we tokenize information. It goes from the donor, from the guest, from the bidder into Stripe, and then directly to your account.
All the best. Please reach out if you have any other questions. We'll put some of those resources on tickets. We'll send that out as well. But again, hope you have a great day and all the best as you are in fundraising season.
Bye-bye.